Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back in another video, and quick little vid about my experience at the Toronto, Canada Expo or Fan Expo con thing on Saturday. I only went there Saturday because it's pretty expensive. Um, so I do want to say that it was kind of weird the way they have it set up. Most of the I think all the voice actors don't use credit cards there, which I think is weird because a lot of the voice actors states use cards. The newer voice actors have at least. Um, Something I found out that I didn't even know about was that our favorite Canadian fan was there. I didn't meet up with him. No, I did not. But he had gotten a voice he got like a shout out, to Animation Rewind's channel, which I thought was really cool. But and I mean, if I could have done something like that, it would have been cool too. But the agent had told me that that Sabat wasn't doing any voice recordings because they had just recorded Dragon Ball Super a few days prior. So I don't know how he was able to get him, if he just kind of asked him, like, right then and there, because like when you're in line and then you're up, you go right to the agent, like the crew person, like just they send you right to the agent or whatever that collects the money and stuff. So yeah, it was really weird how they had it. They had it really set up weirdly. But I guess it's because it's an expo. The prices were really weird too, because it was like, because it's Canadian money. Canadian money is about $20 more than the U.S. money, because the U.S. money's worth more. So that was really weird. Doing that. But mostly all the voice actors, well, the Funimation voice actors, um, they charged like 50 for a combo and 30 for an autograph and 30 for photos, which that was in Canadian money. So yeah, it was a lot. So I only went up to three voice actors, and those are the only people I really met. It was not that along a day, because my I got my brother to give me a ride there, and so he didn't want to make it a long night, so I wasn't there that long. I couldn't really find the panels, and we weren't really looking for the panels. We were just upstairs the whole time, you know, with the voice actors, really. Um, if I ever go there again, I'd probably be more prepared than I was, because it was just really kind of weird how everything was set up, and I'm not used to going to like expos or whatever. So I mean, I've gone to regular cons, but not an expo. So expo con. So I was really unprepared for that. Of course, it was in Canada, so everything's structured different to begin with. Um, so yeah, there was that. So basically, the first thing is obviously I went to meet Sean, because it's my childhood, Goku, growing up with them. It was cool talking to him for a little bit. I didn't get to talk to him that much because there was line and and all that stuff. So got a couple pictures with him. I probably spent the most for him. Like I said, I only met up with three people because of how much the stuff costed there. I got a print from Goku, obviously. And then another autograph I got was, for anyone who doesn't remember, my Mexican Goku shoes. I got him to sign the right shoe. Maybe next time I'll have him sign the other one. So yeah, looks pretty good. So yeah, I did that. I and Christopher Sabat actually made a joke about this, by the way, when I was talking to him, because I got a few pictures with them all. Christopher Sabat actually made a joke about it, um, about the Vegeta one, because he, I guess, knows about the shoes, because he made a comment. It was like, yeah, the Goku ones are good, but the Vegeta ones are the. Have you seen the Vegeta ones? Those ones are the most dumbest ones that they made. Like, Christopher Sabat made like a funny joke about that. I thought that was funny, because he, it was funny. Like, I guess he knew about the shoes. He knew what they were right away. Maybe he hasn't seen the Piccolo ones though, like, because they did have Piccolo ones. Maybe I should have said something about that. So then, we got the Vegeta autograph print. I noticed that on the back they have Piccolo on there. It's like a type thing. But maybe if I ever see Sabat again, I'll be like, yo, you forgot this half. Could you sign this one? I think that's kind of funny here. So yeah, I got that signed picture with them. Like I said, Sean doesn't do voice recordings. And apparently, which stinks. I was so sad about that. And then Sabat, guess wasn't able to. Maybe I should have asked. I did get to talk to him a little bit, talk to him about the difference of, things. I was dressed up as Goku and stuff. Get to talk about, things about Dragon Ball Z. I didn't get to really talk to him too much in depth because, again, the line was too big, and so they kind of wanted everyone to move along. So I only got to talk to him a few things. I did tell him I like Dragon Ball Z over better than Kai. And, surprisingly, because I was like, yeah, I know you like Kai better because it was like I follow you on Twitter. And he actually surprisingly gave me a response saying that, I see it like halfway usually, when people are like, talking about it, which actually surprised me when he said that. He told me I see it, more halfway, of people liking the original Dragon Ball Z English dub versus Kai, and like it's usually halfway from what I've experienced. So I wish we get more of those fans on my channel. I wish I could see those half of those fans that are on my YouTube channel. So then next, Barbara, she for anyone who doesn't know, she's the Yang Xiaolong English voice actor. It was really cool meeting her. She was really nice to me. I was like, yeah. I started getting a Ruby a few years ago after the biased death battle. Or no, I didn't say it like that. I said I got into it because of the death battle, but I told her, like, they're biased death battle, because I told her, I was like, I still think they're biased because of Goku versus Superman. Because I was wearing Goku, obviously, but she was still nice to me. We talked. I think I talked to her the longest, actually, out of everyone. She was much more. The line was crazy. The way they had the line structure, because they had all the Ruby voice actors there. The way they had the line set up was stupid for the Ruby, because they had all the Ruby voice actors. Like, they had the Ruby, Blake, Weiss, and the Yang. They said on their website that Cinder's voice actor was going to be there too, but she wasn't there, so I don't know exactly what the decision on that was. But anyways, they had the line where it was like they had like the crew people like giving people sticky notes on what voice actor you wanted to see, or if you wanted to see all of them, and specifics of what you wanted to get from them. And it was all just one big line. So then there you have all these crew people then asking, are you only coming for one voice actor or whatever? Or, are you only seeing one voice actor? And so they would try to get the line moving, which I just think was dumb, because like with Sean and Chris, they had their own single line. A lot of the people had their own single line. For the Ruby, they did this whole one colossal line, all in one, even though if you, like, for example, I was only seeing Yang. Someone else could have been seeing all the Ruby voice actors, and then you would get to go first or whatever. something like that, you know. But they should have just had like separate lines, like for each voice actor. It would have made more sense. Because the way they did it just was kind of wacky. Um, the way they just did it was wacky, but she was nice to me. I talked to her because I told her, yeah, Yang's my favorite character in RWBY, and she asked me why. I was like, well, yeah, I like the her personality and the Super Saiyan thing that she does. Her Super Saiyan, I should say. But yeah, I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Death Battle because they're kind of biased towards Goku losing to Superman. And she actually kind of chuckled at that, actually. um, which I thought was kind of funny. But yeah, I was talking to her for a while. I actually had to come back to do the voice recording because I didn't even know that they could do it because so many people, because Sean and everyone else were like not able to do it. So then when I found out like she could do a voice recording, so I actually had to get back in line. But she was on break, so I had to then wait about an hour for her to get back. And then I went back in the line to do the voice recording, and it was cool. I just told her, just say my name. The thing with the voice actors, I mostly try to just have them say my name and then just like kind of just act in character. So pretty much everything she said was what she thought. I would have had something actually planned for Vegeta that would have been the first one too. I had something planned for Vegeta if I was able to have gotten a voice recording for Sabat. But I guess I'm going to have to save that for another time. If I ever get to meet Sabat again. So, yeah, and oh yeah, and the RWBY voice actors were actually a little cheaper than the Funimation voice actors. It was like $20 in Canada money for autograph and pictures, and then combo 40 in Canada money, and then autograph was 25, or not autograph, the voice recording was 25. So like I said, the RWBY people were much cheaper, and I could have probably gotten autograph from the other RWBY voice actors if I wanted to, but I already spent a lot of money by that point after I got to meet the Dragon Ball Z guys. So I was like, yeah, I'm probably done here. So yeah, I was, that's pretty much everything I did at the con. I didn't really do that much there, because it was a long trip, obviously. I just kind of, and I don't know if they really had that many good panels Saturday, because all the Dragon Ball Z panels were on Friday. And I think the RWBY panel was on Friday as well. They had all the good panels on Friday, which I think was dumb. Saturday is supposed to be the attractional day, so that should have been the day where they should have had more panels. But that's how they kind of did it. And I couldn't get there on Friday, obviously. If I could have, I would have, but I couldn't. So yeah, Sean, Chris, and Barbara, they were awesome. Hopefully I'll get another opportunity to meet the other RWBY. Well, I mean, technically I didn't really meet them, but I did see them. So I did see all the voice actors. Like I seen the Aaron Attack on Titan voice actor too. It would have been cool to get an autograph from him too, because I think he's got a cool like voice thing going as well. But I didn't get to. He was actually right next to Sean. I didn't get really an opportunity to meet up with him because, like I said, I was kind of focused on Sean, and then Sabat, and then Barbara being last. Those were really the three that I really liked to have seen. So that's who I got to meet up with, and they were all cool to me, all nice to me. Barbara actually gave me a hug too. Like I was ready to like as I was leaving, I was like just gonna shake her hand and whatnot, because that's just what I want to do. I don't want to leave that. But she actually hugged me. She's the second person that actually was like, she actually hugged me. Veronica Taylor did it too. So that was kind of cool that she did that. I wasn't expecting that. um, so yeah, it was awesome. I also got to hear Goku or Sean actually did because I was like, you were my childhood and stuff like that, as Goku, and I used to be him for Halloween every year and stuff. And I used to do all this, stuff with the Goku stuff as a kid, and I was like, I do the ally to good, nightmare. I'm the hope of the universe, ally to good, nightmare to you. And like he actually did it for me. He's like, ally to good, nightmare to you. And it was so awesome. I wish I could have recorded that. I wish I could have recorded that, but that would have been wrong. But yeah, it was awesome. It was just awesome. It was an awesome experience. Like I said, I wish I could have done more there, but it was kind of like my brother wanted to just kind of, go there, do the things, he walked around while I was doing all that stuff too. What I could suggest about the thing is, I don't know, because I only looked around the stuff they had at the stores or the vendor stores. But I never really, went into deep depth on that. But what I noticed is a lot of the places at this Canadian con, did not take credit cards. And I think that is bad. And I think that's really bad. A lot of the cons I go to they do have credit card systems now with their cell phones. And I think really this, especially since this is an expo, that they really should have had more credit card stuff. A lot of even the voice actors had credit cards too with their cell phones and stuff like that in the United States. But here, they just don't have that for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, that's a couple of things. The things I got. This is all I got, actually. I didn't buy any of that. I didn't buy any of those collector stuff and stuff like that because I just was going there for this. And it was each too. Like, I had to pay extra for this because I wanted to get a print too. So I had to pay like extra for like the stuff I got there. So, that's why I didn't like get them on both. But like I said, if I meet him again, I'll definitely have him sign the second one. So the second shoe. But at least it's half. At least it's half right there. But yeah, that's why, because since Sean and Chris weren't doing voice recordings, that's why I decided to get Barbara to do Yang, because I found out she was doing voice recordings, and so that's why I kind of did that, kind of walk out of there, at least with some type of voice thing, to talk about. So that's about it, guys. Like I said, this is what I got. Not really that much as I usually do, but this con, like I said, was very expensive, and it was expensive just for the one day to go there. So yeah. That's about it, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace.